Hey guys! I want to start by saying that I am so sorry that it took so long to release this video. This game took me 114 hours to go through, and I can confirm that this is the most time-consuming game that I have ever played in my entire life. The game we are reviewing today is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a JRPG that was released the 29th of July 2022. The game was released only for the Nintendo Switch and was developed by Monolith Software and published by Nintendo. As usual, I will do a short introduction of the game. A fair warning, this will contain spoilers, so if you want to go in blind, I suggest that you skip to this timestamp below. Xenoblade Chronicles is set in the world of Ionios, that was merged from two locations: Bionis, the world of Xenoblade Chronicles, and Alrest, the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The world of Ionios consists of two nations called Kevis and Agnes, who's in constant war with one another. Small colonies of both Agnes and Kevis troops is scattered throughout Ionios, and every colony has its own machine called a Furonis that trap the life force of fallen enemy soldiers in a flame clock. Each soldier has a lifespan of 10 years and they all have one goal: fighting for survival in hopes of reaching their 10th term to receive a homecoming ceremony. Among the forces of Kevis and Agnes, there are soldiers called Offseers, soldiers that play special flutes in rituals to send off fallen comrades, like a short funeral. In this game, we take control over 6 different characters who will journey through the world of Ionios, where we will discover that things are not really as it seems. And this is where our journey begins. I gotta start by saying that I have not played that many Nintendo Switch games, and this is my first time playing Xenoblade Chronicles. When it comes to the visuals in the game, it kind of feels unpolished, blurry image and some rendering problems, and then we have the 30 FPS cap. This is mostly the reason why I always play games on PC, and the only time I play on console is when a game is exclusively released for a certain console. It just feels choppy to me at 30 FPS, but somehow the game still succeeds with the atmosphere and feel of the game. You will see a lot in this world and travel all around, and even if there are some rendering problems, the game makes you feel like you are on an adventure and you just want to discover everything that the world of Ionio has to offer. The audio in the game can sometimes feel a little off. For example, when watching a cutscene where people are running, you don't hear footsteps or any other sound for that matter. It can sometimes go very quiet in cutscenes, and there were times where I had to check my headset to see if something was wrong. But the music is just amazing in this game.
You're a lifesaver. No, enemy's broken away from me. Come here, I got something for you. You're a lifesaver.
Everything from traveling, cutscenes, cinematics, it's just a joy to listen to. When traveling during the day, the music is in a more awake state with a faster pace, while during the night the music changes to a lullaby that is so beautiful to listen to. This game made me feel things I have not felt for a very long time when it comes to gaming. And it even brought a tear to my eyes when listening to the music while watching a sad cinematic. The music is just amazing, and the composer should be very proud of their work. In this game, we take control of 6 main protagonists, where you can switch between which one you want to control during any time in the game. It has been a long time since I've seen such interesting characters as the main protagonists in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. They are so well written, and all of them have their own personality. I cared for them, I remembered their names, even as I wrote this review, and that is only because of how well written they are. This is what I miss in games nowadays. Feeling something when I play a game, and in this game they have really succeeded on that part. Not only do we travel with 6 main protagonists, as you travel through the world you will visit different colonies that all have their own commander, which can travel with you as a hero to help you on your journey. All heroes have their own abilities which can be taught to everyone in your company. Even the heroes have great stories of their own that you can help them with or not, but I do suggest that you do everything that you can in this game, since it will make your journey much easier. As every other RPG, this game offers side quests that are called standard quests and hero quests. As you complete these quests, you are given experience points, items, and affinity points. The interesting part about this game is how you find these side quests, and maybe this is normal for this franchise, but since I have not played the other games, this is a new thing for me. When you run about in the different colonies, you will see yellow bubbles with an exclamation mark that serves as a topic being discussed between NPCs that you can listen into and gather information about different topics that are being discussed in colonies. Once you gather enough information, you can sit down at a resting spot and discuss the topic. Sometimes it leads to a side quest, other times it's just information that gives you experience points. This way of gathering quests was something I really enjoyed. It makes more sense that you pick up on things while traveling and then discuss it, and then the quest activates. It adds to the immersion of the game and the world feeling alive. Some quests even change the appearance of colonies, which also adds to the world feeling alive, and questing becomes more than just experience points. Some quests have this thing where you have to follow an NPC to a certain place and you have to slowly walk after them. Luckily, you don't have to travel far, but it's still annoying, and I don't understand why this is in the game at all. It's not like you're going to take in the view or see something amazing, since the graphics aren't that great. I don't understand why they are there, but it doesn't happen very often, thank God. The same goes for some gathering quests. I like doing everything in a game, but I'm not such a big fan when it comes to item grinding, especially when you don't even know where you are supposed to grind for some of these items, and there are a lot of items in this world, let me tell you. Some quests tell you where to go, while others give you a location where you can find these items, but not much else is said, and each area is very big, and with some items you have to do a special thing to get it, which would have taken me a lot of time to figure out without checking it online. I just feel that it got to the point where I got bored of doing these quests, but I had to, since I wanted to do everything. Not only will you see these yellow exclamation bubbles, you will also see chat bubbles on every NPC that is available to have a conversation with. The ones you should focus on are the ones with a golden star next to it. These golden stars means that the NPC is either a first-time conversation or that they have something new to say, and I highly recommend traveling back to these colonies to see if there is any new conversations to be had. Why, you ask? Well, you see, this game has something called affinity, and that will raise a tiny bit when you speak to someone with a starred speech bubble. The main and fastest way to raise your affinity is to do quests for the colonies you visit. Every colony can reach a 5-star rating, and this adds bonuses to your party that will ease your journey ahead. Not only that, the starred speech bubbles can also lead to other side quests. Another way you can raise affinity is to do collectopedia cards. Sometimes NPCs will ask for certain items that you can collect in the world. There won't be an indication on what to pick up or where you get it, but believe me, you will gather so many things during your travels through Aeonios. A little tip: leave the collectopedia cards until you are close to 5 stars with a colony. If you have collected enough to deliver a card, you will see this mark on the right side of your screen. Leveling up in this game is a little bit different from the RPGs I've played before. Usually you have a skill tree and points to spend as you level up, but not in Xenoblade. In this game, we have 4 different kinds of experience that you can gather. We have the normal XP, which is given through battles and quests to make your character stronger. Bonus XP that you collect when you kill elite enemies, with a blue mark on them that you can use at the resting spot. Skill points, which you can discover by yourself in the game since it will spoil a little of the story. And then we have class points. Class points is probably the one that I focused on the most, since you will rank up different classes that are available to you as you progress through the main story. This for me was a very in-depth leveling system, and it can go over your head in the beginning, but the game does explain everything very well, so if you read, you will understand most of it. When I started up this game, I thought it was going to be a turn-based fighting system like in Final Fantasy, but that was not the case here. Don't judge a book by its cover, I guess. In Xenoblade 3, the combat system is automatic with blades that the character materialize as you enter battle. During the battle, you can move around, positioning yourself on the other side or the back of your enemies. This comes in handy when using arts, which are more powerful attacks that can do various things like heal, buff or debuff, while some attacks require you to position yourself in a different angle. Knocking down your enemy is a possibility in this game using the break, topple, and daze combo. There are different arts and master arts in the menu that you can change around later in the game as you rank up different classes. I had so much fun with this, but I will still say that it is a lot to take in for a totally new player to the franchise. But with a little reading, you will get the hang of it. You can even auto battle in this game and autofill certain skills if you would want that. There are also a huge amount of legendary beasts in the game that are much tougher than the usual enemies. And I tried to find them all, but I probably missed a few of them. I don't think there is anything negative I can say about the main story. I was hooked from the start to finish, and I was so happy with how it ended. And I can honestly say that this game brought me so many different moments where I just sat there amazed by how well written it was. I laughed, I got teary eyes, I felt anger and regret. If I were to describe it in fewer words, I would say a roller coaster of feelings. This game has left its mark on me, and I will forever remember this game as a great experience. It is an amazing game, but it did have a few things that I disliked. Only running at 30 FPS, blurry and unpolished graphics, and grinding for items, which this game could have lived without in my opinion. But luckily, many of these don't happen very often, and the game had many things that I did enjoy. Amazing music, both at night and daytime, characters that were thorough and well written, great combat system, amazing side and hero quest, and an amazingly well written story with a satisfying ending. I almost feel like I have to play the first and the second game now just so I can take it all in and understand the story better. The final verdict for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will be a solid 9 out of 10. It's an amazing game, and I am so happy that I got to experience it. As I said before, it has been a long time since I experienced a game like this. I want to thank the person that suggested this game to me, and also if anyone has games that you want me to try out, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. Well, that was it for this time, and I do hope that you enjoyed this review. If you did and you have some time to spare, why not visit my channel that will be packed with videos like this in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, life is too short to play bad games. Let me help you find the best. See you guys.